Hey Internet, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break. And there's a creeper over there. Hi creeper, and bye creeper. I will come back later to you. At first I want to visit my sheeps. And here, as a timestamp, today is Wednesday, June 25th. And here, I managed yesterday to buy finally some salt. Here, I have finally some salt back in my kitchen. And this means that my meals are finally having a better flavor again and having a little bit better taste after I was able to buy some salt again, and now everything is fine again. And yeah, this was good. Finally, I remembered to buy some salt. Unfortunately, I forgot to buy some. Oh, I killed a little bit too much of the wheat. I forgot to buy some cereals for the morning. So in this case, I have currently no cereals for the morning. And yeah, this is a little bit unfortunate, but I managed to survive the morning, so I found something to eat. And this means in return that I have to check again the grocery store to grab some cereals for tomorrow morning. But here, this is only a minor flaw. On the good side is I have finally some salt again. Okay, back from the salt topic. I wanted to talk about a little bit about the SpaceX Falcon 9 launch. I was already talking about in the Sunday episode about this problem because on last Friday they planned to launch their next Falcon 9 mission, but unfortunately due to some technical issues they at first resetted the countdown, so they set back the countdown to 1 hour or so, and so they started again the countdown on Sunday, and afterwards during this time they discovered an issue, or they had an issue and they couldn't solve it in the time left in the countdown. So they scrapped the mission, but they rescheduled it for Saturday, and on Saturday they had some lightning strikes within the last. Wait, let me just store the wool and the black wool. Okay, within the 30 minutes before the launch, and in this case they had to scrap the next mission or the next launch date, and then no, this is probably postponed to somewhere in the early July. So this is really a long time, and well, the SpaceX Falcon 9 launch with the Orbcom satellite was already rescheduled several times because of several issues. And yeah, now they had to reschedule it again, but I think at some point they will be hopefully able to launch the thing up into space. And yeah, but unfortunately I have not so much things or not so much spaceflight related things to talk about, because yeah, as I said, there are currently no news going on. There are no space launches or rocket launches. Well, there are some rocket launches scheduled, but all the time they get scrapped or postponed, and in this case, yeah, this is a little bit sad. But yeah, we can't change this. But at some point we will have some more rocket launches, hopefully, and then I have to talk something about some more rocket launches, which would be really cool. Yeah, but let me carefully move down to my cave. And okay. Here, Falcon 9 and connected with the scrap launch, there is another strange thing, mostly connected to our capitalism, because on the stock markets for Orbcom, the owner of the satellite, which should have been launched this weekend, the stocks were dropping by I think 5% or so, because the launch was scrapped. And I don't know, I think this is a little bit strange or crazy, because well, this was just scrapped and it was not a failure of the rocket, so the satellite is still available, the satellite is still intact and can be launched at a later point. And this is nothing compared to maybe a failed rocket launch when the rocket explodes, or when there's something going wrong during the ascent and they lose the satellite. No, there was nothing like this. And this is really strange that this has such a influence on the stock market. And yeah, I don't know. I think this is a little bit strange, but yeah, this is the life of the capitalism, and yeah, we can't really change this. But yeah, this is a little bit strange, and yeah, I got aware of this. Oh no, my shovel is gone. Maybe I can use the last percentage of my pickaxe before I need also to create a new pickaxe. Okay, so I wanted to check. Okay, and yeah, I got aware of this strange behavior, or the strange thing on the stock markets by the host of spaceflight.now, no, spaceflightnow.com. Well, he tweeted about this, and I found it pretty hilarious because, well, as I said, the thing is just it was just a scrub. It was not a failed mission or so, and the satellite is still intact and will be launched at some point. So why do they think yeah, they need to rate the value of the stocks of this particular company lower than before, just because of failure, or just because the contractor of this company had some issues and the contractor can't launch due to the weather or so. So this is are really things no one can influence, and yeah, it's a little bit strange that this thing is affecting the stock markets. But okay, this is the way it goes. So yeah, but I don't want to talk only about these depressing things or these strange things. I wanted to talk about a very great day of mine, which happened already 2 years ago. I can't believe that's already 2 years ago. But yeah, at first, as you might know, or well, it should be quite obvious right now, that I'm pretty much into aviation and aircraft and flying and whatnot. And so yeah, one of my favorite airplanes is the Cessna Caravan. This is the what do I want to do? Oh, I wanted to create some new tools. Let me do this. I wanted to create some new tools before I continue talking about my topic. Let me get the sticks. I want to create maybe, at first 2 pickaxes and a shovel. Okay, well done, well done. Let's, no, let's store the iron back here, and here I think this is okay. Or I can, oh no, I want to keep the dirt. I want to take the dirt back into my cave. So yeah, as a Cessna Caravan, this is mostly the biggest single engine Cessna being built currently. And so yeah, I pretty much like this aircraft. I like the design, I like the how it's looking like, I like the performance of this aircraft, and so yeah, I'm a huge fan of this aircraft, and I really like to be sitting in this thing and to fly with it. But yeah, when you normally book a flight to some destination, you normally are sitting in a jet plane. And in this case, you are not so much getting inside these small little, or well, not little, but these small single-engine aircrafts. But at some point, or well, not at some point, oh, the sun is setting almost, so let me just head back to the cabin. In the 2 years ago, I was at a small airfield in the vicinity of Berlin. And here at this airfield there's also a skydiver club, and the skydiver club uses a Cessna Caravan to bring their skydivers up to altitude so that they can do their skydiving things. And yeah, well, they, as I said, they're using the Cessna Caravan, and this is pretty no, not the iron. I wanted to cook the iron, and this is pretty cool. So I was there as I already said, and I was talking to the manager of the skydiver club, and I asked him if it would not be possible to be a passenger of the caravan, and well, I don't want to jump out of your aircraft, I just want to fly with it, and well, the other skydivers can do their skydiving things and can do what they want, but I myself, I will remain in your aircraft and I will return back to the runway and so on. And yeah, after some talking, he got convinced and he agreed. Yeah, it would be possible for me. Well, I had to pay the normal price, like a normal skydiver for the flight, but this I was totally fine with this. So I paid the price, and then I was able to get inside this aircraft. I was able to sit on the co-pilot seat. And yeah, I was finally able to do a flight with my favorite aircraft, and this was just amazing and awesome. And yeah, as I said, 2 years ago, or almost exactly 2 years ago, in this case it was summertime, and summertime in the region of Berlin is mostly connected with very high humidity, and in this case, yeah, it was again quite warm, and it was maybe 30 degrees outside, and the skydivers there did their jumping from about 12,000 feet or so, and when you're getting to higher altitudes, obviously the temperature is decreasing, so it was quite comfortable at 12,000 feet. And yeah, this was pretty cool and amazing, and well, yeah, this was just great. And additionally, well, the pilot has mostly the order, or the... No, I wanted to go back in my cave. The aircraft being used for skydiving have mostly a very stressful job, because on the one, or the first half of the flight is just full throttle and climb up as fast as you can, and then as soon as the skydivers are out, just reduce the throttle and descend as fast as you can. So yeah, reduce the flight time to a minimum, because flying is expensive, and you just want to bring up, or to shuttle, or to be a shuttle for the skydivers. And so yeah, this was also quite interesting from the performance and from the flight situation, because I wanted to get rid of the zombie meat. Oh wait, what was this? Holy crap, there must have been a zombie, and not a zombie, a thing, a creeper. Who? Where was the thing coming from? I think I'm excited to see the footage of this, because yeah, this was totally surprising. I totally haven't expected something like this. Okay, let me get rid of the flesh, and now let me go back mining. Yeah, this was strange. Okay, apparently there was a creeper, and I was so focusing and so into my story, my flight story, yeah, that I totally overlooked the creeper. And yeah, what do I wanted to say? So yeah, this was pretty interesting, because well, at first you were going straight up. This was pretty cool, and then as soon as the skydivers were out of the aircraft, it was going down quite fast. And yeah, it's already, as I said, 2 years ago, so I don't know exactly the climb rate, but I think it was about, or the descent rate was about 1,000 feet per minute, so it was quite significant. Of course, you can't compare this to a fighter jet when they have their F-14s, F-15s, F-16s, Tornadoes, and however these fighter jets are called. Oh, there's some more iron. This is great. But it was still quite cool, because normally when you have a normal passenger flight, well, they try to fly as smooth as possible, not too steep, not too steep turns and so on, so that the passenger is mostly not feeling at all that they are sitting inside an aircraft. But yeah, in this case this was completely different. So yeah, it was going straight up and it was going straight down, and well, unfortunately it was just a very short flight, but on the other hand, this very short flight was still very entertaining because, well, as I said, due to the performance and due to the flight. And yeah, this was really amazing. And yeah, it's already 2 years ago. I can't believe it. That's already 2 years ago. And you might hear I'm still excited to talk about this because this was so great. And yeah, I'm really still a huge fan of the Cessna Caravan. And so it was really amazing to sit in this aircraft and to fly with it, and to sit on the co-pilot seat and to watch everything. And yeah, this was really amazing, and I had a lot of fun. And yeah, I just wanted to share this great memory with you because, well, for me it's obviously a very great memory. And yeah, so I stick with this. I still like, or I'm all the time liking aviation and aircrafts and flying and so on. So yeah, this is really cool. And so yeah, this was really great. And well, especially because, as I said, with the performance and the fast ascent and descent and so on, this was really amazing, and I had a lot of fun during this flight. Okay, this was a lot of talking about my flight interest. So yeah, I think I'm sure I forgot something I wanted to mention about this flight, but maybe I will remember later on. Okay, apparently here was a creeper blowing. Oh, he even damaged a bit the roof. This is strange. Okay, I definitely have to check the footage again. I think this could be quite interesting to see what was going on there. And now let me head back to the surface. Here, another thing. Well, as a PhD student, as a researcher, and in the field of also computer games and so on, I want to talk a little bit about the state of flow. One guy, one author has written a great book called Flow. I will only say once the name of the author because it's Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. I hope I pronounced it right. As you have heard, this is really a complex name. And yeah, he has written a book about flow, or about the state of flow. And yeah, at first I like to introduce you a little bit to the flow, and probably in the next episode I will talk a little bit more about why, or in which case this is connected to computer games and why this is so important. But okay, at first, what is flow? If you have a favorite activity, like let's say cooking or running, dancing, whatever, you mostly can see these activities. They have lots of smaller tasks, and here the main thing is, there are two main requirements for getting inside the state of flow. On the one hand, you need to have mostly, or in the best case, a constant stream of feedback. So yeah, let's say running as one of my hobbies. When you do running and you're running, you see you're making some progress by covering some ground, by coming to other regions, to just to make progress. So this is one thing of like how feedback can work. Or well, another way of how feedback can work is that you're starting to follow, or to stop the time you need for a certain distance, and when you're getting better over time, you get also feedback about your performance. And so yeah, at one point you need constant feedback, or feedback is always great to continue doing your activity. And on the other hand, another important thing is that well, your skill and the challenge of the activity need to match. So if your skill is too high and the challenge is too low, then you feel bored and you can't get really into the state of flow. And vice versa, if your skill is too low and the challenge is too high, then you don't feel that you're able to complete the challenge, and so you are not also not able to get into the state of flow. But yeah, though this is a very small line, and okay, the sun is setting again already, so this is really a fast day, or really a fast episode for me, because I have so many things to talk about. And yeah, so it's very small line. So you need to be you need to have the right challenge and the right skill set to be inside the state of flow. And yeah, when you are not bored and when you are not overwhelmed by the challenge, and you feel completely right and you feel fantastic, then this is a good start for getting into the state of flow. And what's next? Yeah, then the next thing is obviously when you're doing something like in running, let's say at first you run, or you're just barely able to run 1 kilometer, and you need 10 minutes for 1 kilometer, and the second day you're able to run the 10 kilometers in 8 minutes or so. Then you're feeling you are making some progress, and over time the 1 kilometer suddenly becomes no challenge at all. So if you then have only to run 1 kilometer, then you would not really get into the state of flow. But when you then suddenly increase the challenge, like, okay, now I'm running 2 kilometers, then you have another challenge. And so yeah, you have a small line between being bored and the right challenge. And when you're exactly on this line, then you have well, the chance to get into the flow, and this is pretty cool. Okay, yeah, this was our first short introduction into flow. Unfortunately, we are already at the end of today's episode. So in the next episode, I will start talking a little bit more about flow, and I will introduce you why flow is also important, or why flow is often considered concerning computer games. So in this case, I hope you liked this, for me, very short episode of Coffee Break, and I hope you will be joining me on Sunday when we continue. In this case, thank you so much for watching. I hope you will be joining me, as I said, on Sunday. Until next time, my name is Sebbi. See you!